Ryobi Nation, welcome to the second build live workshop that we're doing today. I am excited. We're talking cornhole boards. Football season is here. You can start to feel fall in the air where we are. So we're all excited and jazzed up, but we want to make sure that you are entertained in your pregame. So we have some easy builds here. I think we're going to be able to knock this out in about 15 minutes, Sam. You tell me if you think differently. The plans are on Ryobi Nation. So that's first thing. If you go to Ryobi Tools /Nation, you'll be able to download the plans there, and we'll also add them in this post afterwards. Sam, there are a couple tools that you need for this project, all in the One Plus family, and we're going to start off with the 3 minimal tools you need to get started.
Absolutely. So the 3 tools that you have to have, we're going to have the circular saw and the 1/2-inch drill. These come as a starter kit with 1 battery and a charger. So this is a kit you've already got probably. And then we have a jigsaw. So we'll be using a jigsaw today as well. So these are the 3 tools you have to complete this build. But Jess is going to walk through a few additional tools that we have on our One Plus platform that you can use to make this even easier.
Awesome. With over 175 tools in the platform, we couldn't use just 3. So we're going to step it up today and use a couple of our new tools. So I'll leave those for the final. Let's start with our Airstrike brad nailer. We're going to use this to attach the plywood that goes over the top of the boards onto the frame. We're going to use that to attach today instead of drilling and then driving screws. And then when we're talking about drilling and driving, we have 2 new members of the One Plus family that I personally am excited to get my hands on today. So the first is the One Plus HP drill driver. This is a brushless unit in a compact ergonomic size that we've never had before. So this gives you all the power you need, but in a small compact size to get in tight places. Absolutely love this and excited to get it in our hands. Next is the impact driver. So same thing, this is part of the One Plus HP brushless compact lineup. So we're gonna put this for all of our driving needs today. It takes the torque off the hand. This has more than enough power and you can really feel it in your hands. Really exciting tool. If you haven't checked these out, get to a store, check them out, go online, check out our videos about them. You can order online, ship them home, but really 2 exciting new additions to the One Plus family. So Sam, if you will, let's go ahead and get started cutting.
Absolutely. So first things first, as always, we are going to put our safety glasses on, and then ladies and rock stars, we're going to put that hair up. The first tool that we are going to use is our circular saw. So with this, we have actually made a few of our cuts already. So we've already got the sides of our frame, the 48 inches. This is 1 full 2x4 board cut in half at that 48-inch mark. So we're going to use those as the sides of our frame, and then I've got 2 21-inch sections. Those are going to be the top and bottom of the frame, and then 2 16-inch sections that are going to work as the legs of the cornhole board. So we are going to get cutting. We've already adjusted the blade to the depth that we need for this material, and we are going to go ahead and make our first cuts.
Awesome. I'm going to cut on this side and then I'll hand it off for Sam for the rest. Sam, and you'll see here on this 2x4, we have it supported with a foam board here on top of our table that's giving us the height we need. So that we can cut through fully supported and not have it drop with these other pieces of board.
Absolutely. All right, second 21-inch cut on my end. And again, like we said, this isn't going to drop and we don't have to move our piece at all. Our last 16-inch cut is on this side. Once we're done with our saw, as always, make sure you take the battery out for safety.
Now, you would obviously repeat that process to make your second board, but we're only going to make 1 live here today, so we're going to go ahead and get these out, and we're going to go ahead and start prepping for assembly. One cut that we are not going to show today is cutting down your plywood sheet. So you can get a big 4x8 sheet and cut that down yourself, or you can, at the Home Depot, they have the 2x4 pre-cut plywood sheets that are actually perfect boards for this. So that's what we went with today. Just went ahead and got 2 of those and we are good to go. So we will work now on the legs, right? No.
We are gonna do the frame. We are gonna screw that together. So with this, we are going to pre-drill our holes for our screws so that we don't split the wood. So again, we have our 1+ HP brushless compact drill here. And we have a 1/8 inch bit to pre-drill those holes. And then I'm gonna have the HP brushless compact impact driver here, and that is how we are going to drive our deck screws. And again, this gives you that additional torque to make that driving screws even faster and more efficient.
So I'm just gonna pre-drill here. This eliminates splitting of the wood. And Sam's gonna come in after me and drive the screws.
Switch places. Now we're gonna switch again. And once these 2 are in, we are gonna switch to the other side of the board.
Man, you can see the power there in that brushless HP compact unit. All off that same battery platform. Just really a premium experience. The feel, the ergonomics, the power, it's really just all there. It's awesome.
On this side.
Again, same process on this side. We're going to pre-drill.
Switch places. All right, and last 2. Everything we've done so far is working off any of our 1+ batteries. So next we are going to switch on to talking about that frame, the front of the board. And
mind if I cut the, we've gone ahead and marked
Yes.
where our legs are going to go in, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill that for us, or drill that out for us, right? Perfect, and you'll do the same process on the opposite side. And now our frame is fully assembled.
Perfect. So again, we would have done same hole on the opposite side, and this is where the legs are going to screw in with the bolts at the end.
So we talked about the plywood sheet earlier. So we have our 2x4 pre-cut plywood sheet, and what you'll see we've done is we measured, am I right in saying 8 inches? 9 inches. Yeah. We've measured 9 inches down directly in the center, so 12 inches from each side. We have done a hole. We put a dowel on here, got a string, and we traced a circle. And then what you're going to do is drill another hole at the edge, take your jigsaw, and cut out that circle hole using a scrolling blade on the jigsaw. Nice and delicate, pull through, and you'll have it end up with your nice circle hole, which we can show here on the side, right?
Awesome. All right, and then Jess is going to, we've already pre-drilled a hole on this one and cut out a hole with our jigsaw. So Jess is going to attach the front of this board on our board on the floor here.
And this is where we were saying, absolutely you could use your drill driver and your impact driver. What that's going to do is give you a little more finishing work where you need to put some putty over the top in order to hide those screws. But if you take a brad nailer, this is the 18 gauge airstrike brad nailer. It really doesn't show anything on the front end there, so your finishing is a lot easier. Traditionally, you would have to get out your pneumatic compressor, get your nail gun, hook up your hose. With the 1+ system and airstrike, all we do is put on the battery and you are ready to nail. So just space these out. man, so quick, so easy. If you are just getting into DIY, I would say this is the first tool you buy outside of the combo kit. The combo kit really gets you your essentials, but as you can see, this tool is easy. It really steps you up a level, saves you enough that you need on your projects, but the 18 gauge is a great versatile solution.
Awesome. The last piece that we have for you is we are going to make the rounded piece on our legs so that they can actually move within the board, so that you can put the legs out. We're going to drill the hole for that fastener for the legs to go into the board, and then we're going to have an angle here, and that's going to help your board sit flat when the legs are out. So we've already pre-marked some of these. Jess is going to be using the jigsaw to cut around this edge, and then he's going to use the drill to drill those holes, and I'm going to be using a circular saw to cut this angle here.
Catching up, I gotta drill my hole.
There we go, no worries. All right. I'll give you that one. And again, as you can see, we're swapping batteries here. These are all gonna work on any of our 1+ batteries for you. Even though we're at an angle, it's all the same process of using a circular saw. Just make sure you're following your line. All right. Battery. Legs for our board.
All right, so next we're going to step over and assemble.
All right. And for this, we've got our legs again. They're going to match up with the holes that we've made on the sides of the board. And then we've got our long bolts and wing nuts to attach them together. I'll give you that.
Your angle goes out.
And then I'll hand you the wing nut.
Wing nut and bolts. And for this order, we did everything online at homedepot.com and did buy online, pick up in store. A couple great benefits there. One, you don't spend time going up and down aisles trying to find all the materials that you need. And then the second is, hey, you get there, you're in and out, and it means more time in the shop getting the project done. The legs, you can see, collapse there. So if we're taking this from one spot to another, or maybe storing it in the garage when we're not using it, you're able to collapse and then just bring them out and lock them into place as well. And Sam, what's next? What's the final step?
Final steps would be to sand it down, get some stain, get some paint, and paint it with your favorite team and support them on all their game days.
Cool, so just final up, do some putty on there, paint just like you're saying, maybe sand and knock off some of the edges, and you can take your plain plywood to a fancy display like we have here. Sam, awesome build. I don't know, we need a time check in here. Did that take us 15 minutes?
I think it did, about 15.
Around 15
Perfect.
minutes for a lunchtime build, so maybe you're looking at 30 minutes for two boards to get set up. But Sam, these projects are great to do at home.
Yeah.
There's also an asset at the Home Depot that we haven't talked about for our customers out there. If you're looking to get into DIY and need a little boost in confidence, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have our event marketing specialist team in Home Depots across the country now, and they are there to help you out, finding the perfect tools for you, helping you get inspired to do some DIY projects, and really, again, making sure that you feel comfortable picking up some tools today, feeling safe with using them so that you can go home, get any home projects done, but also do some fun DIYs as well. So stop by your local Home Depot and make sure you ask about your Ryobi rep and see what they have for you today.
Awesome. Now, if you're not in stores yet and you want to check us out online, remember ryobitools.com/nation. We have the same resources there from a digital aspect. We're going to walk you through the builds from start to finish like the one we did today. We've got tool tips on there to talk about, hey, how do I use a drill driver, an impact driver, a circular saw, the airstrike brad nailer, all right there on Ryobi Nation. So check us out. Make sure you're following us on social. Obviously, some of you are today who have tuned in. Thank you so much for joining us. Sam, thank you for coming out of the field and joining us in the workshop today. Check us out. Let us know also in the comments, what would you like to see next? So we've done cornhole boards. We did
a mail center and coat rack.
That's right. So what else do you want us to build? And maybe we'll do it next month for you. So thank you so much, Ryobi Nation, for tuning in. Thank you, Sam. We'll see you next time.
Happy building.